Alright, welcome back. Flashback. How ex-US envoy predicted Buhari would be a disaster, promote Sharia. Alright, and then onto this, a former envoy of the United States, Richard Grenell, had warned Nigerians not to elect Muhammadu Buhari of the All Progressive Congress in the 2015 presidential election. Alright, and then as it is, it has been gathered that the Guardian onto this, Muhammadu Buhari electing the APC candidate president will be disaster for Nigeria and Africa, former US envoy had stated. Well, in the article titled Nigeria on the Brink, Grenell warned that having Buhari as president will signal trouble for the West fight against ISIS and terrorism throughout the Middle East. Grenell, who recently served as the acting director of the United States National Intelligence, had advised Nigerians to re-elect the then President Goodluck Jonathan of the People's Democratic Party (PDP). Alright, his article read, with the polls closed in Israel international election, observers now turn their attention to the Nigerian elections on March 28. The choice for the leader of Africa's most populous country, Pete Goodluck Jonathan from the People's Democratic Party (PDP) against Muhammadu Buhari of the All Progressive Congress (APC). The decision by the roughly 73 million registered Nigerian voters could have a profound impact on the future of Africa. But Western foreign policy observers preoccupied with the rise of ISIS in the Middle East should wake up to the reality unfolding in Nigeria. Opposition candidate General Buhari wants Sharia law throughout Nigeria. In fact, he wants it everywhere. I will continue to show openly and then inside me the total commitment to the Sharia movement that is sweeping all over Nigeria. Mr. Buhari said, God willing, we will not stop the agitation for the total implementation of the Sharia in the country. Agitation. Is this an indication that Mr. Buhari supports violence because the end goal of the terrorist attack throughout Nigeria and Africa is an Islamic state? Alright, it is a legitimate question that should be asked by leaders of the Barack Obama administration. Meanwhile, Boko Haram has pledged its allegiance and support to ISIS. The northern Nigerian-based Islamic terrorist group wants Sharia law throughout Nigeria and beyond. They are also actively terrorizing Chad, Niger, and Cameroon with their goal of an Islamic state. Mr. Buhari has also spoken sympathetically about members of the terrorist group Boko Haram, has cautioned against a rush to judgment on its members, and has personally been selected by the terrorist group to lead its negotiations with the government of Nigeria. Mr. Buhari's selection as Nigeria's head of state would be a disaster for Africa. It would also signal trouble for the West fight against ISIS and terrorism throughout the Middle East. Islamic radicals have Africa on their target list, and young Nigerians are reported to be interested in ISIS messages. Nigeria is at a tipping point. Tunisia, where the Arab Spring offspring began, saw a deadly Islamic terrorist attack at a popular museum, killing 23 people this week. ISIS attacked a hospital in Libya within the last few days and Boko Haram killed 54 people with 4 suicide bombers in Nigeria last week. The West and specifically the Obama administration need to wake up to the growing problem. The French government has been fighting ISIS in Africa for the past 2 years, starting in Mali, but with little help from the Obama administration as terrorism grows in yet another region of the globe. American and Western officials should realize they are not stopping the advancement of Islamic radicals. Al-Qaeda is not dead and ISIS is not a JV team. Alright, the recent moves by the White House against Israeli leader Benjamin Netanyahu signal a willingness by President Obama and his team to intervene in foreign elections. Meanwhile, the sitting president Goodluck Jonathan has committed to defeating Boko Haram and overseeing a free and fair election. Well, onto this, there's been a lot of reactions, though onto this, which has been said as flashback on how US envoy predicted Buhari would be a disaster, that he will definitely promote Sharia. All right, and then as it is, many people have been like, wow, if we had known, we would have listened to this message. If we had known. Well, okay, onto this, it has been said that, well, and then many of the northerners who forcefully voted for Buhari, with them prepared to cause crisis in Boko Buhari, didn't win, have been killed in thousands by the same administration they were ready to fight and die for. Ntoro, not there. All right, well, it is said that indeed we were warned but remained adamant and self-serving in aiding. All right, in aiding and then abetting Buhari to destroy our country. All right, a lot of people have said it that, wow, had it been we know, but nobody knew. Had it been, and that has been it. Now this man has succeeded in destroying the country. And then somebody says, according to Chibuike Onwakwa, says, well, I wept silently when Buhari was declared winner of 2015 elections because I knew we were heading for doom. All right, and then Enejo Victor Ogbadu has said that, well, you Sharia reporters were seriously working for Tinubu that time, and that is how you brought Buhari to power. And it came to pass, Nigerians were too careless in 2015 and in 2019. All right, my people, and then that has been it on this one. What more can we say? Meanwhile, let me have your take on this, and remember to subscribe for more updates. Thanks always.